It's time for the possibility list. The weekly list we do. It's kind of like when you double take at identical twins. When you go to a Halloween party and you're the only one without a costume. When you promote your movie as a horror film, but then when it comes out, the only twist of the film is that it was actually a dark comedy. Like when somebody wins the lottery, they want to do a trip to Las Vegas, but they were sick that week, so they bought a boat instead. It's kind of like when you begin to notice patterns through different episodes of this show. Alright, this week's list is titled 4 Things That Will Get Stuck in Your Head. 4 things that will get stuck in your head. I narrowed this list down to things that, after you're done listening, after you're done seeing, all your 5 senses encountered this thing. You will not forget it. And don't you forget it. Alright, and number 4, the Rocky soundtrack. Number 3, Gal Gadot. I'll be honest, ever since I learned how to pronounce. Number 2, the lyrics to DuckTales. Woohoo! And number 1, 4 things that will get stuck in your head. How incoherent this show is. Alright, this week's list is titled 5 Modern Twists on Classic Movies. At number 5, Ewoks have fidget spinners. Number 4, Frankenstein's monster has love on the brain. Number 3, Willy Wonka's factory has Wi-Fi. Number 2, Good Burger provides tabletop kiosks. And number 1, 5 modern twists on classic movies. The smart house is powered by Google. Alright, this week's list is titled 6 Rejected Ad Campaigns. Number 6. Pantene. Smells terrible, but I love the results. Number 5. McDonald's. Turn the M upside down and see the future. Number 4. These jeans hug your body like an ex-lover. Number 3. Watch The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. It's the same thing 4 nights a week. Number 2. Affleck helped me a lot with my medical bills, but can't do a thing about my earache. And number 1. 6 rejected ad campaigns. Walmart, when you don't have the funds for Target. Alright, this week's list is titled 4 Things Only a Nitpicker Can Point Out. So nitpickers. Everyone knows one. You might be one. Jeff Foxworthy says, you might be a nitpicker. Yeah. Short, sweet, to the point, there's a lot of them. And at number 4, signs that you might be a nitpicker, or things only a nitpicker can point out, for that matter. Number 4, there were 3 more sesame seeds than usual on that Whopper. Number 3, that black dot in the upper right corner of the movie screen. Number 2, bandages. Band-Aid is a brand. And number 1, 4 things only a nitpicker can point out. Why so serious is such bad grammar. Alright, this week's list is titled 5 universes that wouldn't work out. You see, with The Mummy, the movie The Mummy with Tom Cruise, they tried to build a universe and failed miserably. So this list is about universes that also couldn't happen. And number 5, hardware stores. Number 4, the kitchen pantry. Number 3, accounting. Number 2, late night talk shows. And number 1, 5 universes that wouldn't work out. My multiple personalities. Alright, this week's list is titled 7 inventions that don't exist, but somebody could use one. Alright, at number 7. A razor that also combs hair. Number 6, a bike that doubles as a minivan. Number 5, a significant other that doesn't check your emails. No, I'm sure they're out there. Just we needed 7 and 6 didn't really. 6 is a very common number for lists, so yeah. Number 4, a DVR that saves years of recordings. Number 3, a newer iPhone that charges your phone while you have earbuds in. Number 2, chocolate that doesn't melt in the car. And number 1, 7 inventions that don't exist but somebody could use one. Glasses that correct your vision so you can see without them. Alright, keeping the theme of ABC sitcoms, this list is titled 5 actual Full House storylines that sound like I made them up. Alright, this was very hard to do because, Full House was a good show, but then in some cases it could be predictable. It could be like kind of goofy at times. But this was very, I had to go through the episodes that nobody really remembers unless they're a super fan or something. Alright, so at number 5, unemployed stand-up comedian gets kids' TV show. Number 4, elementary schooler drives car into side of the house. Number 3, while getting over his breakup, Danny Tanner turned into a slob. Number 2, college recruiter rather watch the Super Bowl. And number 1, 5 actual Full House storylines that sound like I made them up. A whole episode about moving out just to move back in at the 22-minute mark, with this list being titled 9 Reasons the Possibility List Managed to Run 2 years straight. I know I should be offended because that sounds like an insult, but you know what? There's 9 of them, and this is only the second occasion that there's been 9 list items, and the first time I didn't even present the 9 list items. It was my younger brother. So this is an honor to finally get the greater amount of list items. At number 9, because I set it up that way. Number 8, some people get that the list is made up, others not so much. Number 7, rejection is timeless, so the rejected themed lists are good to go. Number 6, it fills time. Number 5, it saved the show in the 2nd season from thoughts of cancellation. You didn't hear that. Number 4. Yeah, number 4. I strive to make the Letterman proud. Okay, I misread that, and it sounded like I was talking about a high school jacket. But, we mean the talk show host. What a legend. Number 3. It's a clear indication the episode is almost over. Number 2. At least these only come once a week. And number 1. 9 reasons the possibility list managed to run 2 years straight. The introduction has made me better at puns over time. Alright, this week's list is titled 7 Resolutions Meant to Be Broken. Alright, so we all had New Year's resolutions, and I'm sure some of us, 3 weeks in, broke at least 12 of them. But here's some that, they're just meant to be broken, and no one in their dear mind will have the willpower to even succeed with these. So, number 7, I won't clip my nails too short. Number 6, I'll be more careful shaving. Number 5, I don't need to spend my money. Number 4, I'll get back into what I used to love. Number 3, I'll pay my bills on time every month. Yeah. But then you just paid your bill one time in a single month. And that was January, wasn't it? So, be more careful, guys. Be more careful. Number 2, donuts are your enemy. And number 1, 7 resolutions that are meant to be broken. I'll stop eating after 6. Alright, this week's list is titled 4 Reasons I Missed the Super Bowl. 4 reasons I missed the Super Bowl. No hesitating with this list whatsoever. Number 4, I went to the movies. Number 3, the commercials were leaked, so why not? Number 2, I'd rather watch Celebrity Big Brother. And number 1, reasons I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I heard Natalie Portman did another rap. Alright, this week's list is titled 5 Actual Friends Storylines That Sound Like I'm Making Them Up. You know, a while ago, I did one for Full House, and I thought, hey, this is pretty good. What if I did this with the next best show, Friends? And I did just that. So, let's, no hesitating with this list whatsoever. Number 5. Joey and Chandler share a living arrangement with a duck and baby chick. Number 4. Ross goes into a fit of rage over a sandwich. Number 3. At one point, Monica and Rachel lived at Joey and Chandler's apartment. Number 2. Phoebe changed her name to Banana Hammock. And number 1. 5 actual Friends storylines that sound like I'm making them up. Monica prepares food for a wasted John Lovitz. Okay. Alright, this week's list is titled 7 Things That Need to Calm Down. Number 7. Holograms at music festivals. Number 6. Fidget spinners. Number 5. My ambition for views. Number 4. TV shows that are past 8 seasons. Number 3. Guitar players at the bus stop. Seriously, we see that your case is open, but don't expect all of us to throw $1 in there. I mean, I know you need to get home, but I guess panhandling is where all great musicians got their start. I mean, Canada was probably full of panhandlers at bus stops and train stations. Oh my. Number 2, Black Friday shoppers. And number 1, connections in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Alright, this week's list is titled 5 Rejected TV Series Follow-Ups. Okay, so these are somewhat popular shows, and then these are the titles that probably wouldn't work out at all. Again, the possibility list is completely made up. We've been doing this since 2015. I think you would get it by now if you've been following the show for a while. Okay? Okay. Number 5, Dog Meets World. Number 4, Pretty Little Lawyers. Number 3, The Challenge, Alcatraz. Number 2, Melrose Avenue 90048. And number 1, rejected TV series follow-ups, Host Whisperer. Yep, just imagine Jennifer Love Hewitt reprises her role as Melinda Gordon, and instead of taking ghosts to the beyond, she takes hosts like me who were quote-unquote obsessed and bring them back to reality. Well, that is the possibility list for you this week. Okay, now this week's list is titled 6 Rejected Boy Bands. Yeah. Anybody would be like, what's a boy band? If they were born after 2000. Okay, so, number 6, 55 and Up. Number 5, Out of Sync. Number 4, Barnyard Boys. Number 3, Men to Puberty. Number 2, Poor Direction. And number 1, 6 rejected boy bands, 20 Seconds of Winter. Alright, this week's list is titled 4 Occasions When It's Okay to Sleep In. This is the most phoned in list, but we needed something, you know? I mean, I already said that we were coming back this week, so we needed something, okay. Number 4, up all night watching Stranger Things. Number 3, you felt nostalgic and searched YouTube. Yeah, you know, every now and again I'll look up the classics like Charlie Bit My Finger, Charlie the Unicorn, Charlie Sheen's Meltdown, yeah. Number 2, you have nothing better to do. And number 1, 4 occasions where it's okay to sleep in. Because you deserve it. Alright, this week's list is titled 9 Things I Plan on Doing Sometime. Yeah, you know, because the theme of procrastination has been all over this episode. And the sad thing is, I'm pretty sure we're going to cycle this all over again. But either way. Number 9, audition for Big Brother. Number 8, find a job I can hold longer than 6 months. Number 7, finish a whole series instead of stopping second to last season. Number 6, drive long distance. Number 5, write more sketches with people in them. Yeah, because, you know, it's much more eye-opening when instead of just talking, I can actually, you know, give you a visual, like doing sketches with people. Because then it's... Yeah, I'll tell you later. Number 4, get a full 8 hours of sleep. Number 3, develop a palate for hot sauce. Number 2, learn Spanish. And number 1, 9 things I plan on doing sometime. A weekly show. Alright, this week's list is titled 4 Phrases That Are Just Not the Same in Monotone. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, you know those people who have, like, no expression to their voice at all? I mean, take Ben Stein, take Eugene Levy. Like, they're iconic voices, sure. But just imagine hearing Bueller on a 10-hour loop. That might cure your insomnia. Alright, so, number 4. Goal. Number 3. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look once in a while, you could miss it. Number 2. I saved 15% on my car insurance. And number 1, 4 phrases that are just not the same in monotone. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Alright, and that is the possibility list for you this week.